friends, welcome to Rocks for Brains. My name is Lauren, and today I came out to a site in the Kaibab National Forest called Obsidian Tank. We're going to be looking for obsidian today. There's a lot here, so you don't really have to look very hard to find it. I've been here before. I found a lot of the gray banded and very black, of course, opaque looking obsidian, which is common here, and a little bit of the mahogany obsidian, which has the red bands in it, and that's what I'm going to be looking for more of today. So we're in search specifically of mahogany obsidian. Let's get going and see what we can find. I'm hearing some Stellar's jays screaming at me over there. Now they're just unhappy that I'm here in their territory, I think. But this is a cow tank. So, you know, in the past, and even now, cattle can come here and drink, and other wildlife as well. But this berm is completely man-made, and it essentially dams up water that's flowing from over there. Those birds are really angry at me. So all of the obsidian here, and these are all pieces of obsidian on the ground, comes from Government Mountain, which is somewhere over there above me. And Government Mountain is a rhyolite lava dome. And a lava dome is formed usually with sluggish, slow erupting granitic magma. And at the base here, all of the deposit of obsidian is in the alluvium of the hill. So it's all the pieces that have washed down from water systems over time. Because this volcano is about 3 million years old, so it's been eroding for quite a while. And all of the obsidian here has kind of a cloudy or a very gray and opaque look to it. It's very easy to recognize in geologic terms. It has very, very small crystals, so no visible phenocrysts. If you think of granite, then you can imagine the little pieces that you can see very easily with your eye in granite, but this doesn't have the phenocrysts. Those crystals in granite, those are called phenocrysts. So rhyolite is pretty cool. It's essentially the extroverted sibling of granite. So you think of granite being intrusive, so it's in the ground and it forms and cools. The magma cools underneath the ground, usually intruding into other rocks. And then rhyolite is extrusive, so it's outside the ground. And lava domes usually are granitic magma, very sluggish, has a lot of silica content, and multiple percents of gas per material or per volume. So it's really gaseous and has a lot of air bubbles or gaseous bubbles in it, and produces tough obsidian and pumice. And so all those kinds of rocks are in this area. What's super cool about obsidian, you know, it's been used by people for a long, long time for making tools, because the nickname is volcanic glass. So it makes really, really nice sharp edges and is excellent for flint knapping and making projectile points and tools for cutting. But archaeologists can look at both the physical and the chemical properties of the obsidian, find out where it came from, where the source is. And because it's kind of like a signature, what the chemical composition is, what minerals are inside each kind of obsidian from each different location, because each eruption has a different set of percentages of different minerals, and it is really diagnostic for determining where people were sourcing their materials for the tools. So Government Mountain obsidian is found a lot around Flagstaff and a lot of archaeology sites, and I think even pretty far away. I know it's at least found 30 or 40 miles from here, because right now I'm on the west side of Flagstaff, and I know that there's tools with this kind of obsidian on the east side of Flagstaff, so all the way on the other side of the San Francisco peaks, and that's a long way for people to transport this stuff, but it's so abundant that it makes sense that people would have got it, and picked it up and carried it and traded it to make different things out of. Alright, so the last time I did find a rather large piece of mahogany obsidian, and this is pretty interesting with the lines in there. But all of these other black rocks that are on the ground, all of this is obsidian. And it looks kind of worn or gray on the outside, but if you were to break it, you'd be able to see that it is super shiny. And then I brought a spray bottle today, so where was that piece? I just had it. Oh, there it is. This is what is really cool too. So even in the gray, there's really interesting bands. That one I think we'll take, even though it's not mahogany. I like it a lot. Alright, I gotta keep going. I could probably just go around smashing pieces to see what they look like on the inside, and that is kind of what I did last time, but you can usually see what I learned. You can see what the colors are from the outside if you spray it with water. So instead of destroying a bunch of rocks this time, I'm just going to spray it with water to see if I can find the red colors. Here's another good example of the stuff with the gray bands in it. I think I might actually take that one as well. Alright, just sprayed this one off, and it does look like it has a little bit of red in there. This was broken by someone else, but there's enough red in there for me to take it with me. I would like to find a bigger piece. So we'll keep looking around on the hill, and I might go over on the other side too, on the berm here. But there's just so much. All of these black rocks are pieces of obsidian and pumice and basalt. Just tons of volcanic rock. So I picked up a piece here. I'm pretty sure it has some red in it. I'm going to show you what I mean. Spraying the water on it, see? You see those red lines in there? Very bright coming through. I'm going to try to break this too, just to verify that that has the red on the inside. Had to find another rock to brace it on so it didn't go flying or into the cow patty. Let's see what's inside here. Oh yeah, red all over. I mean, it's a little bit, but I like the little small lines in there of the red. So we'll take those. See if we can find some more. See this little piece right here. Looks like it has some red sticking out. I think, and again, I'm going to break it to find out for sure. Doesn't look like it's much on the inside. Yeah, that one might just be a little deceiving. This looks like a good one. Let's spray that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wow. I'm not sure if that's going to be shiny on the inside, but that's coming home for sure. Nice. I think there's another piece right here. Oh yeah, that definitely has red. Nice little piece that'll go well in the tumbler too. All right. It's a nice little chip right there with a really, really big red streak through it. And then picked up this little one too. Isn't red, but has some really cool gray bands in it. And hopefully when I tumble these, they'll end up really shiny. This one's interesting. It kind of has that red color as well, but it looks almost more like a basalt than obsidian. So I'm gonna break it. Maybe. Yeah, that's what I get for hammering on top of mud. Let's try this. Oh, there we go. Yep. So that one's more like a basalt. Still has that iron redness to it, but not what I'm looking for. This might be more like it. Definitely has the red cracks. But again, it's very hard to tell without breaking it. Kind of feel bad breaking them, but I don't want to take it and waste it if it's not what I want. So, nope, it does have the red in there, but it's not quite an obsidian. Almost there. It's really pretty here today. It's probably about 60 degrees, bright and sunny. Gorgeous views around me of the woods. And no people. Just how I like it. It's like someone dug a little prospecting hole here, which I guess you can do. I would have put the dirt back in the hole, but you don't really need to. I mean, there's so much out here. Just walking around looking at the surface, you can probably find what you want. Maybe just brushing away some of the dirt and the pine needles. Alright, well, pulled this piece up and a couple other little pieces with very, very faint red lines in it. And this one has a lot of the gray lines as well. So these little feldspar crystals that are in here have a lot of sodium or potassium in there. So they're kind of white, but then you have the very faint red, I think from the iron. This one's got a little more of the red little pieces in there. I ended up digging a small little hole here just to see what was right under the surface. And I found this little chunk, which at first I saw this and didn't think that it had anything in it, and then cleaned it off and it's got a nice big red streak on the end. So that's definitely coming home. Putting that right in the bucket. Alright, so I walked around here a little bit. Dug a couple little holes. Found a few pieces, but I think I'm going to walk across the street Go up into the woods just a little bit. Maybe I can find some areas that people haven't been yet. And I don't know, see what's out there. So I was curious how far down you might have to go underneath the pine litter here to find any rocks, and it's not far. So I just brushed away some of the pine litter, and there's, oh, disturb that plant. There's some soil, of course, but then as soon as you get into the next layer under the soil, there's obsidian. So it's really all over here. I mean, you just pick up a rock and it's probably a piece of obsidian. Right underneath. Put that all back. At least as best as I can. Make it look like there wasn't a hole. Yeah, I think it might be a little too muddy on this side. Tried digging into some of the areas without snow and it was like just clay mud. So, oh, hang on. Is that a good piece? No. There's some just on the side of the road here. But, I don't know. I think I might go back. I can't really decide what I want to do. Maybe poke around on the little hill by the tank some more. And then call it a day. Well, I just spent half an hour up in these hills saying, okay, one more spot. One more spot. And I came out with a few decent sized pieces that I think might have some red in it. So we're gonna crack them open here to check, and hopefully we've got some inside because I can see a little on the outside, especially this one. So let's find out here. I'm gonna put you down, try to set it up so I can use two hands. Nope, not that one. Ooh, yep. It's a little bit in there, right on the end. I'll break that one more time, because it looks like it's all on that side. Oh yeah. Alright, well, it's not going through it, but it's on that side. Take those. Switch tools. Use a chisel and a hammer so I can make this controlled. No, no red in that one, but really good banding for gray and white. All right, this one I have hopes for. All right, that's why I wear safety glasses, because that piece I think went down my shirt. I'm not really sure. It's somewhere towards my face. Wear safety glasses, kids. There it is. It's all on the top edge. So that might make a good cab if I slice it here and just grind that. All right. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's kind of more of a brown. Oops, oh, I got that muddy. Than a red, but that does have some mahogany colors inside. All right. Progress. This one, I'll do the big one last. Maybe just with the hammer with that one. No, I think that one's a dud. All right, I'm gonna go for the big one. Let's see. Maybe I can split it completely. Oh, no. But that's a good sneak peek. Nothing red so far. But I think I saw the red on this side. So we're gonna try over there. Oh, woo! Nope. No red. That's okay. It's really pretty on the inside anyway. But it's just gray. Oh, I think I might leave that for someone to find right there, because I've got some good pieces already. Alright, well that was a pretty successful day. I did find some pieces with pretty bright red colors in it. There was a couple pieces that just had more brownish red mahogany, and I didn't find that really big piece that I was looking for, but that's okay. I definitely will come back here maybe when more of the snow is melted and it's not quite so muddy. So if you want to come along on the next trip, you know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, try to learn something new every day. Bye!